At this time, we're back. Eric Desso here, joined by Kayla. Kayla and I used to work together at KIP SoCal. Sadly, we lost her back to the East Coast, and we're
Mhm.
recording right in the middle of the crazy cold blizzard. What's the story on the East Coast right now?
Yeah, I'm in Arlington, Virginia, or Alexandria, so it's not so bad. But it was pretty bad, like the first few days.
Nice. Well, I'm glad we get to catch up. So I'm always curious when people recruit in education spaces like we were doing, trying to find teachers, trying to find after school instructors, and so on. And then when you moved on to something outside of education entirely, I'm always so curious what that world is like. Give us a scoop, first of all, where you are, and then tell me what the biggest difference is between the ed world and what you're doing now.
Yeah, so right now I'm at this company called Airlines Reporting Corporation, and essentially we kind of operate like a tech company inside of the aviation space. So our jam is really like financial settlement between travel agencies and airlines, and then we kind of own like the world's largest airline ticket database, and so through that we make these cool like products and sell them out to airlines. But yeah, it's very different, obviously.
What kind of roles are you trying to fill then?
Yeah, so I am a corporate recruiter, but I do recruit for a lot of technical roles too. So like one day I could be recruiting for like a customer relations associate, and then the other day I could be recruiting for like a DevOps manager. So yeah, it's a lot different. I feel like in education, for the most part, the profiles are pretty much the same, but here it's like a world of a difference. So I really have to like make sure I'm touching base with my hiring managers to understand their needs. And the volume's a lot different. Like we honestly average about like 400 applications for every rec, which is
So that's what I was going to ask, because so much of our work is trying to source and find and convince people to apply, and it doesn't sound like that's as much the case. So when you have that many apps, like how has your recruiter brain kind of changed or grown as a result?
yeah. I feel like it was just different at KIP because again, like the profile, right? Like kind of like the qualities that you're looking for. For the most part, teacher resumes kind of look the same, for those like core skills. But here, I mean, it gets really picky. Like we have to be like, I mean, format is off. Like that's a no. If you're like above salary, like that's it's just like super strict. And so kind of like looking out for that. I wasn't really a big stickler on like if somebody's resume wasn't like formatted like properly, I guess. But now I'm like, that's such a big deal in the corporate world.
And then in terms of the process after the app, is it
Mhm.
very similar to what we were doing or very different because the roles are so different?
Yeah. Yeah, kind of. So after the app, I get on the phone with them for like a 30-45 minute chat. And then from there, we go into hiring manager interviews. So kind of like what we did at KIP, they meet with the school leader and things like that. But we do have a final panel interview. And so that one's a little bit different. That one's completely behavioral based. So you're answering all those questions in star format. So you have to come super prepared. It's kind of a little scary because you're meeting with like three people we do it virtually right now. And then after that, we make the decision.
And then are you full cycle? Then after someone is hired, do you have to do all the onboarding as well, or is it pass off to somebody new in a new team?
Yeah, so yeah, I kind of spearhead like still the offer, all the things, collect like the new hire documents, and then at that point I pass it on to the specialist. But I'm also with my manager like full on doing all the orientations, which is new for me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm hosting all of our new hires and kind of like giving them that first like 3 day full experience.
Yeah. So you had been a teacher. So obviously, when you started to recruit teachers, you had something to draw upon. When you have
Mhm.
something so technical like this, some of the roles you're describing, like how do you crash course yourself on trying to understand actually what you're listening for when you're talking to people?
That's a good question. Yeah. So when I first started, I was like, what? Like, what are you guys talking about? So we have this really cool platform called Udemy. And it's like, I think anyone, if you purchase it, can have access to it. But my company pays for us to have access, and you can go in and learn literally anything. And so I went in and I was like, technical recruiting 101. And I learned a lot. Like, I learned the terms, the acronyms, like what the job functions are. And so I think I did that like in my first month. So after that, I was able to like actually do phone screens and understand what they were talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. You mentioned all those apps and also having to be more of a stickler for resumes and these kind of things. Are you seeing a lot of AI usage on the candidate side. Do y'all use AI on your side? What's the latest in the arms race there?
Yeah, so actually, this is something that we really want to implement this year is like using AI on our side because right now I am boots on the ground going through 400 applications, like literally, which is rough. So yeah, we're like having chats with our ATS and trying to figure out how we can like implement that. On the candidate side, yes. And I will say, like, I don't know if it's just like a company thing, but like it's not like we can identify it and you're kicked out honestly just because it depends, right? Like if you're using it to just amplify like what you already have, great. But if you're just using it to just create me a software engineer resume, like I see 10 of those and I'm like, okay,
Yeah, yeah, crazy. Well, when
yeah.
you think about where you want to go career wise, do you feel like a corporate tech world is more fun? Did you see yourself ever back in education? Where does this take you next, do you think?
Yeah. I don't know. I really love talent acquisition though. Like for sure, this is like my jam. I feel like I'm really good at it, and like I want to be a director one day. I always talk about you, so I would love to do something like that. But I don't know. I am obviously really passionate about education. I would love to be in a position where I can still like kind of be in that world, but it would have to be make sense and be right. But I do also really enjoy this. Like I actually went to KIP DC last week for a career fair, so I'm still able to connect with communities that I'm passionate about. Yeah, like even in this role, which is cool. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, we'll see. What is the best way for folks to find your company, to find you, to stay connected? What do you want folks to know?
Yeah, so best way to connect with me is on LinkedIn at Kayla Snowden. And then I'm really excited about our career page because that was one of the big projects that I took on when I first joined. So yeah, arc.corp, I think, .com. But I can like shoot it to you so you can have it.
Yeah, we'll put all the info in the episode description. That sounds good. Definitely check it out. Kayla, good to see you. Thanks everyone for listening. You can catch all the episodes, all the places you get your podcasts. You can catch us on YouTube and Stunning 4K. And until next time, we'll catch you soon.